I'm Santosh, OpenShift Architect with Red Hat. With me today is Abhay, OpenShift Architect with Red Hat.
Hello, Santosh.
Hey Abhay. In this video, we'll talk about how we can easily migrate workloads from OpenShift 3 cluster to OpenShift 4 cluster if the applications were deployed using Helm charts. Let's understand what it takes to migrate stateless workloads from an OpenShift 3 cluster to an OpenShift 4 cluster if applications have been deployed using Helm charts. In OpenShift 3, Red Hat did not officially support Helm charts, the reason being there were security concerns around Tiller. However, quite a few customers were deploying applications using Helm charts. But now, in version 3 of Helm, with Tiller having gone away, OpenShift 4.x has integrated Helm version 3 into it. In most cases, you can migrate your applications using your existing Helm charts as is. So, what is the motivation to migrate from OpenShift 3 to OpenShift 4? OpenShift 4 is an entire architectural redesign compared to OpenShift 3. OpenShift 4 has RHEL CoreOS as the underlying immutable operating system. A fundamental difference between OpenShift 3 and OpenShift 4 is that OpenShift 4 uses pieces of software called operators. Operators are basically a method of deploying, packaging, and managing Kubernetes applications. OpenShift 4 offers repeatability of installation and upgrade, over-the-air updates for OpenShift components, seamless deployment onto any cloud or on-prem, and auto-scaling of cloud resources. As I mentioned earlier, OpenShift 4 has Helm version 3 integrated into it. So let's understand what exactly has changed between version 2 and version 3 of Helm. In version 3 of Helm, Tiller has been completely removed. Helm version 3 uses secrets as the default method instead of config maps, which were the case in version 2 of Helm. Chart dependencies are now moved to chart.yaml instead of having a separate requirements.yaml file. The API version has been bumped to version 2. Custom resource definitions are handled now differently than normal resources. I mentioned earlier that in most cases, you can deploy your Helm charts as it is onto your OpenShift 4 cluster. There are some exceptions, and those involve if your Helm charts have custom resource definition in it. I'll now hand it over to Abhay for the demo.
In this demo, I'll be deploying a Node.js application on OCP 3 platform using Helm chart. Then exactly using the same Helm chart, we'll be deploying the Node.js application onto OCP 4 platform. Now I'll be logging into the OCP 3 cluster from the CLI command. And let us create a new project for deploying the application. Now I'll be granting the Tiller server access to the current project. I have installed Helm 2.12 version and alias it to a command called Helm2. Now I'm going to add a repo called Red Hat Charts. Using this particular Helm chart Node.js, I'm going to be deploying an application called test OCP3 app. And you can see the project that is created is shown here. Let's click on the project. And let's look at the build. The test OCP3 app is running currently. Now the build is complete. Let us go and look at the details of the build. We can see one pod is successfully running and we have the route. So let me click on the route and it takes me to the application. So we could see the application is rendering successfully on OCP3 platform. Now the next step is I'll be demonstrating the same application using the same Helm chart installed on OCP4 platform. So let us first log in to the CLI. Now I'm going to log in to the OCP4 CLI. Let us go ahead and create a new project. I have installed the Helm 3.8 version and called it as alias Helm 3. And let's quickly have a look at that version. Now we will add the Red Hat charts repo to Helm 3. So using the same chart, I'll be deploying the application. Now let us go to the OCP4 console and have a look at the build that's happening. We could see in the topology view, the application is being built. So let's have a quick look at the build. So the build is happening, and let us review the logs. So it will take a few minutes. Now let us go to the topology view. As you can see, in the OCP4 version, Helm is integrated already. Now let's go back to topology. And the build is complete, and we can see the route here. So let's click on the route. So the application is successfully deployed and tested on the OCP4.
Thanks, Abhay, for demonstrating how we can easily migrate workloads from OpenShift 3 cluster to OpenShift 4 cluster using the same Helm charts. If you want to check out other videos that our team created, check out this particular YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.